So we went to check out the newest addition to the Volvo staple in the country, and that is the new EX90, which is the tallest, the biggest, the widest, the longest that they offer currently in the country, making it the biggest SUV, of course, over the XC90. And hey, welcome to the channel, Siwa, and I appreciate that you're here with me today. When you look at it from outside, you can see that it's continuing from that EX30 design. Even when it's bumped up like this, without the grille and everything else, doesn't look weird. I do like the looks of it, and I've said this with the EX30 as well. Glad that they continue with that on the EX90. Look, even from the rear, you can't really blame it that much. The scoop that you saw there above the windscreen, we're going to talk about it in a bit. Jumping inside, you will see that they've also improved the interior, because when we did the XC60, we did the XC90 as well. We spoke about that interior that is dated, but now you can see that they've improved that, but they continued with that minimalism where you don't get a lot of buttons in the car as well. You will see that actually the button that you get to control the infotainment, it's the play button that you're seeing there for the sound system and everything else. And hey, look, this thing is packed with features. With that said, it doesn't necessarily come cheap. It comes at around 2,650,000 rands. So everything that you get in here, it's standard, but it comes at that cost. You will see also in the rear seat that it continues with that XC90 kind of design. I like the fact that in here, you don't necessarily have to get this booster seat as an option. Like I said, a lot of stuff here is standard, but it comes at that cost. So you'll see that again, because it's bigger, the boot as well, it's a little bit bigger, but I do like the fact that, you know what, it's a 7-seater, of course, and you can still travel with your whole family in it, because this thing has probably the biggest battery that I have seen in the market right now in the country, at around 111 kilowatt hour battery. So that's a big one, and it can do over 600 kilometers. So maybe we're going to get an EV that is able to do long distance after all. And this is my favorite paint, man. I even forgot the color, like what do they call it, but I love this paint so much in dark. Looking at the 22-inch rims that are standard again, amazing. Coming inside as well, you can see that you can spec it in a dark color. Again, you're not going to pay anything about that. I think probably some of the notable features that they've added with this one is the Lidar system, which uses the scanner like up to 250 meters to tell you what's happening ahead, and not necessarily just the camera system. And this being a Volvo, of course, you can expect a host of safety systems, and that's what you get in here. This thing is dubbed as the safest Volvo. I haven't seen the NCAP rating as yet, but I do believe them because we've seen that before. I mean, the XC90 is called a tank for a reason, but hey, look, we've driven it. It does have air suspension again as standard, and this thing pushes out 380 kilowatts and 910 newton meters of torque. Does it feel entirely like that? Look, electric cars are just very fast off the line. We've driven it, but look, we didn't drive it long enough for me to actually say to you that it feels entirely different to EX30, for example. In that case, then we'll do it some other time. Now it's time to talk about what we're here for, which is this Bowers & Wilkins 25 speaker hi-fi sound system with Dolby Atmos. Look, it's probably the best sound system that I've tested in a car so far. And hey, this thing is it's massive, man. Look, my only issue is that I did hear some little bit of a rattle here and there. I think it's one of the loose panels here. I don't know which one. I couldn't figure that out. I don't even know if it's a seatbelt at the back or something. But listen, this thing is clean. So I'll take you through the settings as well. Playing one song, but I will be changing the settings in there so that you can see what you get out of it. After that, I'm not going to say anything more. Then we can talk in the comments. Let's go.